PTE templates. After the recent changes, 100% tested. 5 people have obtained 8 bands with 3 students. 89 overall, 90 overall and 90 overall. If you want to understand more about all the structures and the templates that you should be using in the exam for a better score, then this is the video. Want to make most out of the video? Make sure you watch the video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul here from SKILLS PTE ACADEMIC. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome packed video on the PTE templates, 100% tested, especially after the changes. Well, before we get into the video, if you're not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. Anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance. You can check the information which is shared in the description of this video. We've shared a WhatsApp link. You can click on the link, send us a message. We will do the needful. Also, to tell you, recently we released our 3 official ebooks. All the links for the ebooks are in the description of this video. You can buy it as a combo and avail some discount as well. Alright, without any further delay, let's straight away get right into the PTE templates after changes that actually works and gives you best score because it is properly tested. First, we'll start with describe image. It's the same template as before, 100% tested. People have obtained the scores. The image provided is a bar graph that gives information talk about the main topic. While x-axis talks about, the y-axis talks about. Use this line only for the bar graph, line graph or area chart. Don't use it for maps or something else where x-axis, y-axis is not present. Then the main body paragraph, we use 3 key content. It is evident that conversely, another interesting point is use these 3 sentences and add your sentence. Don't speak one small sentence or one keyword and all. You have to speak some long sentences. 3 sentences is what I'm asking. And then in the end, you conclude saying, overall, this image illustrates 100% working. It will work provided you give some sentences and fill it. When you speak, grammar doesn't matter, logic doesn't matter, content matters, definitely is, but give your best for the fluency because it's the fluency at the end of the day gives better scores for speaking than the content. Now we'll quickly move on to Retell lecture. This is the template used by all the students recently who got 90 overall, 89 overall. You can rely on this. Many have got speaking 90. The lecture discusses in the beginning, the speaker explained about. Later the speaker said, here the speaker also mentioned. In conclusion, the lecture effectively summarized. Make sure you don't use small one phrase or one keyword. You gotta speak some sentences, 5 to 6 phrases if you can add. Each blank some 1 or 2 phrases. For first blank, let's say 1 phrase. Second blank, in the beginning the speaker explained about 1 short phrase and another short phrase. Try to incorporate as much phrases, as much sentences as possible. You would see a lovely score towards your speaking and listening both from Retell lecture. Approximately you can expect some 10 to 12 marks from Retell lecture towards your speaking and listening both. Next is respond to situation. A new one after changes has been introduced. This is the template everyone has used. I've got 90. Hi, take the name from the question. Hi, Mr. Professor. Hi, David if they say colleague. Hi, Mr. Teacher. Hi. Whatever it is, doctor, police, inspector, whatever is given, you just take that and then firstly it is quite evident that speak a sentence. Then it seems that speak a sentence. Therefore, I would request you to speak a sentence. Firstly is evident that where you introduce the topic. Then it seems that introduce the problem. Therefore, I would request you talk about the solution. That's how it will be in the question. There would be 3 parts to a question. They talk about a problem, introduce you into the problem and ask you what will you do during such a situation. 3 things will 100% be there in the question. Even if it is not that you create and speak, it will be there for sure. These 3 lines of the template will definitely work. Simply using template will not work. For these lines, what sentences that you put in, that really matters the most. You gotta speak to the question. Read the question, accordingly address. 100% you will get 10 to 12 marks from this module towards your speaking alone. Next is summarize group discussion, 100% working. Speak with a structure. Even if you have not taken a lot of content, in the worst case, it is okay. It is the fluency that still matters. For 90 out of 90 in the speaking, you could have heard a lot of people speaking or saying that they made some mistakes, but still speaking 90, I wonder because their fluency is precise. You can use a structure or a template. First, let me share a structure. Introduction, you talk in brief. The talk was about, the discussion was about online learning and 3 speakers were involved in it. That's the intro. Explain in brief what was the discussion about, how many speakers spoke. Recently I made a video on summarized group discussion, respond to situation. You can check out the video which has explained, the video is explained. In the video I've explained how to put in your thoughts, your notes into the template. Basically the booklet that is given to you, divide them into 3 parts. Speaker 1, speaker 2, speaker 3. Whatever the speaker 1 speaks, inside the speaker 1 compartment you fill it. Whatever the speaker 2 speaks, inside the speaker 2 compartment you fill it. Whatever the speaker 3 speaks, inside the speaker 3 compartment you fill it, and just read. Body 1, talk about the speaker 1. Speaker 1 said, just continue with whatever you have written, no need of a template, use a structure. Then talk about the speaker 2 and talk about the speaker 3. In conclusion, in the last, if you want, you can speak. These people have used it, have gotten it. Or you can go with the template where it says introduction, dash speakers. 3 speakers were talking about online education. Body 1. Firstly, the first speaker was of the opinion that, he mentioned that, he also said that. 3 sentences. What if you have written more? Then add, just keep adding. Each speaker I would recommend you to speak for 30 seconds minimum. So overall some 90 seconds is what I would expect everybody to speak for a better score, because this contributes around 16 to 18 or 20 marks depending on the number of questions that you get towards your speaking and listening both. Around 35 to 40 marks overall. Then the body 2 will be speaker 2. As far as the second speaker is concerned, he said dash, he was of the view that dash. In the end he mentioned that. If it is she, you say she. But if you get confused, he or she, it doesn't matter, speak something. Then the body 3, the third speaker also mentioned that. He continued to say dash, he also said dash. In conclusion, you can use this template. I would recommend you to use a structure, no need to cram the template and always think of forgetting them. What if I forget the lines? What if I forget the lines? So you can just use the structure and finish it off. It's not difficult at all. Trust me on this. Then summarize written text. Given multiple structures, you can use any one of them. First one is sentence 1, comma, and sentence 2, comma, but sentence 3, full stop. Is it working? The person who got 90 overall has just used this. The second one, you can start with while, sentence 1, comma, sentence 2, semicolon, sentence 3, full stop. While can be used to show 2 activities running in parallel. While he was eating, I was running. So you can use this. If you're using although, though, since, they all come for a particular situation. So use them correctly. Don't simply use a template. Some person has given you and I'll use it, it may not fit in for all the question. I've seen students getting writing 28, 32, reading also 27, 37 because of summarized written text, using some random template without giving it a thought. The one that I'm showing you will work for everything. Whatever the situation is, this works. If you're starting a sentence with although, then it works only for a sentence, for a situation, which is contrasting. Although I studied well, I got 0. If the sentence is I studied well and I got 90, you cannot use although I studied well, I got 90, 100% wrong sentence. So use this accordingly, right? You can either use the first one or the second one, but let's say you have gotten even more to write, then probably you can invoke the third one, while S1, comma, S2, semicolon, S3, comma, and S4, full stop. What is this S1, S2, S3? They're sentences. The 2 ways to take them. Sentence 1, sentence 2, sentence 3, you can exactly retain the same sentence from 3 different parts of the question or the paragraph. One way of doing it. Second way, if you think it's risky, one person who got 90, I think the previous video that I made, Sai Srivatsa, right? First question, he used S1, S2, S3, copy paste, retaining the same information. Second question was kind of question and answer. He was not able to do this, so he also knew the technique of paraphrasing. Recently I made a video, you can use the technique of paraphrasing and take S1, S2 and S3, wherein you take the exact sentence and change few of the things so that it logically fits in. Any of these structures you can use, works well, have been tested, 100% gives you good score, provided you use them. Now summarize spoken text essay, I'll just come back once we finish summarize spoken text. Summarize spoken text, you can use any template, the template that gives you a platform to write some 3 or 4 or 4 to 5 sentences on your own. Don't use templates which restrict you. Don't use templates that give blank, comma, blank, comma, blank, just keywords you cannot escape. You have to write. You can use something like this. The lecture is about, firstly, the speaker described or explained or highlighted, then he elaborated on. After that, another sentence. Let's say you have written one more sentence, one more point is there, some small phrase, then you can use in addition. or let's say you're done with it, then you say in conclusion and concluded. This you can 100% use, people have used it. Or let's say you've written really lot, and if you go with the template or the structure that I just talked about, it is crossing 80 words, because template itself will take some 12 to 14 words. And if you really have written more, then don't use it. Remove the template. Just write on your own. 100% gives marks. It's not the template that is giving you the scores. It is the content that is giving you the score. Template is just giving a push. Like I told you, if the first template is crossing 80 words, 78 words, 90 words, then don't use it. Use the second one. Firstly, then thereafter, here in the end, just the linking words, or remove linking words if you think this is crossing 70 words because I have really written more, a lot. Then don't use a template, use just whatever you have written, but make it look like a story. Don't just put like short notes, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. No, it should be a proper story. First sentence, full stop, second sentence, full stop. Put punctuations. Otherwise, if you're not putting any punctuation, just writing some random notes, then you get 0. Remember this. Now we'll come to essay. There is a lot of debate going on. Some people are saying use this template. People have used and got 90. See, I'll tell you the truth about the essay templates. Templates will work only if the template goes with a particular question. Your friend may get 90 using it because he got a particular question which goes with the template. You may get 0 because it is not fitting in. So don't simply, think that, okay, my friend got it using the same template, I think I'll also use the same template. Let's say the template is problem, solution, essay type. Second paragraph, the template gives you to write problem. Third paragraph, the template asks you to write solution. What if the question that you get is, talk about one problem? People have gotten it. Talk about one global problem or something. Now what will you do? If the question is only problem, now you're using a template which has problem and solution, it will 100% not fit in. These kind of things will be problematic. Be very, very careful. So for any question, if you think the template is not fitting in, use this structure. It's a 4-para structure. Para 1, read the question and paraphrase. Whatever the question you see, accordingly you write by changing few of the words. Second para, you got to talk about main idea, supporting idea, example. This flow is what is needed. Third para, main idea, supporting idea, example. The flow is still the same, which contributes a lot of marks towards your development, structure, coherence, general linguistic range, content. It's not simply shooting ideas. Whatever the idea that you write, you got to strengthen it with one more sentence, supporting idea, example. The last paragraph, conclusion. This is the actual structure. For whatever the question, you got to use this. But let's say if the question is a known question type, problem solution, then we can have a structure related to problem solution. Effects on causes, we can have a known structure related to effects on causes. Discuss both the sides and give your opinion, we can have a known structure. For discuss both the sides and give your opinion, agree, disagree, we can have a known structure. But what if the question is something else? Like, talk about your hobbies, or what are the hobbies that people should be interested in after 60 years? Then no template will work. Remember, it's the question that decides. So learn how to write without a template. And if a particular question comes and you have a structure, then go with it. You don't have a structure, just follow this, whatever I've given you. Para 1, introduction. Para 2 is where you talk about main idea, supporting an example. Para 3, main idea, supporting an example. Para 4, conclusion. This is how it has to be done. Remember this. Now we will just divide the entire essay types into 6 categories. First is advantage, disadvantage, essay. Second is advantage, outweigh disadvantages. Third is discuss both the sides and give opinion. Fourth is just discuss both the sides, no opinion asked. Fifth could be problem or causes and solutions. Or 6 could be only problems or only causes, no solutions asked. Or only solutions asked, no problem, no causes. And the next would be agree or disagree. Agree, disagree itself has 3 different types. Here I'm just sharing you one generic structure. Soon I'll make independent videos on each and every essay, question or type if possible. Now we'll quickly go through the structure for all these 6 as quickly as possible. It is almost the same for all. Few of the words have been changed as per the question. Advantage, outweigh, disadvantage. Understand what you have to do in advantage, outweigh, disadvantage. Second paragraph, you talk about 1 or 2 advantages which have more effect, which have more weightage. Next paragraph you talk about a disadvantage, which is very dummy. Last paragraph you say advantages outweigh disadvantages, because not because you've written 2 advantages and 1 disadvantage, because the weightage of the advantages is higher compared to the disadvantages. This is the logical structure that you need to follow. Or you can go with this: in today's society, paraphrase the question, read the question accordingly, change few of the words. While some people believe that talk about advantages, others argue that talk about disadvantages. My view is that advantages outweigh disadvantages, or whatever your view, you write there. This essay will explore the various advantages of the topic and demonstrate why they hold greater significance compared to the disadvantages. If you write disadvantage outweigh advantage, accordingly you got to change. Second paragraph, main idea, supporting idea, example. Main idea is one advantage, supporting idea, example. If you think you can write one more advantage, then second advantage, supporting idea, example, you can write more. Same thing I'll put in a structure. To begin with, one prominent advantage of online learning is write the advantage. Supporting idea, that means supporting idea, provide specific details, continue talking about it. For instance, give an example. Then another advantage, additionally, furthermore, or you can say moreover. Write another advantage. This refers to the fact that supporting idea. If you think you're still not exceeding the word limit, you can add example, or if you think it's exceeding 300, remove the example. Second para done. Third para, despite the advantages, online learning also presents several disadvantages. One notable drawback is, write one disadvantage. Supporting idea, this is due to the fact that, for example, then these disadvantages highlight the need for proactive measures to address these issues. Fourth para, we have to compare both and say advantage outweigh disadvantage. In conclusion, while you use the word while, like in summarized written text, to talk about 2 things. Now, while online learning has disadvantages such as this, it also has advantages such as this. So it's just logical, you don't have to rely or cram the structure, just understand it will automatically flow. While topic has its disadvantages such as talk about the disadvantages, the advantages it offers are undeniable. Therefore, it is evident that advantages outweigh the disadvantages, reinforcing its importance in our modern society, done and tested. That's all. What if they ask, write the advantages and disadvantages? They are not asking whether advantage outweigh disadvantage. We will just modify wherever we have told advantage outweigh disadvantage, we will remove that line, as simple as that. First paragraph, this is for advantage and disadvantages. Everything remains the same. The last line, this essay will explore various advantages and disadvantages. That's all. Second paragraph remains the same. Third paragraph is where you talk about disadvantages. Fourth paragraph, just one line. In conclusion, while topic has disadvantages such as this, it also has advantages such as this. Therefore, I believe, considering both advantages and disadvantages, we need to decide what to do. Otherwise, remove the line. It's not asked, they have not asked your opinion, you can ignore. Understand the question logically, understand the structure logically. Next is template for discuss both the sides and give your opinion. Very simple. Second paragraph talk about one side, third paragraph talk about the other side. Fourth paragraph, summary of second and third paragraph, while second paragraph summary, comma, third paragraph summary, full stop. In my opinion, give your opinion because that is asked. Now we will write a structure for it. It's not mandatory you use them. If you use them, definitely well and good. It gives you a good score for your development, structure and coherence. Even if you don't use this and write something on your own, definitely you will get it if you are inherently following the same flow. Intro in today's society, we will paraphrase the question. While some people believe that, talk about side 1. Others argue that, talk about side 2. In this essay, both sides of the topic will be discussed, followed by my opinion. Now, body 1, we talk about side 1. People who support side 1. People who do not support side 1. That's it. The supporters of side A argue that this is because supporting idea, for instance, example. Additionally, second main idea, this can be seen in instances where supporting idea. We explained one side by giving 2 ideas. For each idea, we have example and a supporting idea. If you want, you can write both, or one of them you write for both the ideas, so that it will not exceed 300 words. Now, body 2, side B. On the other hand, I need that sentence. Opponents of side A. Opponents means people who do not support. Opponents of side A contend that main idea. This means supporting idea to instantiate example. You can write more if you think, then moreover. One more idea, this refers to the fact that supporting idea. If you think if I write moreover it is exceeding, remove it off. In conclusion, while side A can have benefits like blah 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 that you would have written in body 1, side B can have drawbacks like blah blah blah, that would have written in the body too. In my opinion, give your opinion, as simple as that. What if the question is only discuss both the sides and not give your opinion? What to do? Remove opinion, nothing else, it's the same. First paragraph, this essay will discuss both the sides followed by my opinion. Remove that followed by my opinion. Accordingly, tweak the template. As simple as that. The last is agree, disagree. There are multiple types like comparison types, non-comparison types, partial agree. I'm not covering each one of them, but I'll give you a complete overview as to what you should be doing for agree, disagree. Agree or disagree it is. Usually, law changes human behavior. Do you agree or disagree? Do you like chocolate or ice cream? I like both. No, only one of them you can like, because the question is written in a way that you cannot ask both. So it's one thing that you choose. Let's say you agreed that law changes human behavior. Second paragraph, you agree why law changes human behavior. Third paragraph, also you agree why law changes human behavior. Meaning you got to generate two ideas for a particular thing. You cannot write disagree in the third paragraph. But let's say the question is, to what extent do you agree or disagree? If the question has this to what extent, then you can say I partially agree. Second paragraph agree, third paragraph disagree, finish it off. But if the question is agree or disagree, you can either agree or disagree. If you agree, second paragraph also you should say why you agree with one main idea supporting idea example. Third paragraph also you should say why you agree with one main idea supporting idea example. And then you conclude. But you got to talk about the disagree side as well in third paragraph a little bit. That I'll share using a structure. The same question, agree, disagree type. The structure goes like this. Para 1, in today's society, paraphrase the question. In today's society, human behavior can be easily changed by the law. While some people believe that indeed the psychology of the humans can be changed by the law, others disagree with this idea. In this essay, I'll explain why I agree that law will definitely change the human intelligence, human behavior, whatever, paraphrase. And provide examples to support my position. Done and dusted. Second paragraph. Firstly, a transition word or a phrase for why you think law will change human behavior. Main idea. This is because supporting idea. Example. Main idea, supporting idea, example, done. After this, if you think you can write more, then you can generate moreover another second idea and continue with example. Main idea, supporting an example. I have not written completely. If you think it is exceeding the word limit, then you remove it. We basically explained why we agree with the question. Then third para, one more idea you need to generate. So if you think generating 3 ideas is difficult, then you remove that moreover in the para 2 and write that idea, whatever you are supposed to write under moreover for para 2, you can put it in para 3. Para 3, additionally, because additionally comes when you write one more idea. Second idea you write. Give supporting idea. Explain second reason of your position. If you think you still have time and space left, meaning the word limit has not crossed, then you can add example. Otherwise, you remove example. Now, first paragraph we give an intro, whether we agree or disagree. Pay more attention. This is the tricky part. Second paragraph is where we explain why we agree. Third paragraph also we explain why we agree. Also, we need to talk about the disagree part because it is there in the question. Now, we will say, on the other hand, there are many people believe that law will not change human behavior. That's exactly what I have written. Some people believe a counter argument to your belief. Law will definitely change human behavior. That's what you try to prove. On the other hand, there are some people who believe that law will not change human behavior and will not have any action. However, now you prove why they think like that. However, this may not be true because those people who think law changes or law will not change human behavior are of the opinion that the laws are not strict. That's all it is. So basically, you have to take up the disagree part and show that they are wrong. If possible, do it. Simply taking up agree throughout the question may not be a right way to do. Somewhere you need to one line or two line, something like, on the other hand, there are people who reject this idea because the law will not be strict at all and will not have any impact. However, those people who think of the same will always think of the lenient laws, but this can be fixed by giving some strict laws like severe punishment. That's all it is. So this proves that you are talking about both the sides. Though you agreed, you also need to talk about that side of the people why they disagree, a little bit of information, if possible add it. Now we come to the para 4. In conclusion, we just talked about the counter arguments in the para 3. We will use that to support our evidence. While it is true that if the laws are not stricter, will not have any impact, the benefits of making the law stricter and changing the human behavior far outweigh the drawbacks. Therefore, I strongly agree with the statement that law changes human behavior. Soon I'll make a specific video on agree disagree, but this is the structure. Try to understand it and do it. Remember, for whatever the agree or disagree, if we say agree, you got to talk about only agree throughout the paragraph, but somewhere counter argument for the disagree part you add so that you can prove it that because of this I totally agree that this is the valid statement. Maybe you got little confused, I should have added an example, but soon I'll give you an example and tell you how this can be used. Properly wait for my next set of videos. I really hope this is a comprehensive video giving you knowledge on templates. In fact, for all the modules, the structure template that 100% being tested. If you think the video is informative, like, share and subscribe and leave your valuable comments in the comment section. This is Nakul, Nakul, Nakul signing off from SKILLS PTE. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks much.